Hello everybody, Zachary Fruling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. Today I'm going to be running through this old TI basic cassette program, Biorhythm, from the Cassette Oldies but Goodies Games 1 for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. Now I had this cassette when I was a kid, and there are a lot of games that are fun on it. There's like a number scramble, a word scramble, a tic-tac-toe game, and then there's this weird thing, Biorhythm, and I didn't know anything at all about it when I was a kid. I still don't know anything about it. I understand that it's complete and total hogwash pseudoscience, but it should be a lot of fun to check out anyway. So we're going to read through the description of Biorhythm, read through the instructions, then we'll get into the Classic 99 emulator, which emulates a TI-99 4A in a modern PC. We'll load the program up, run it, see what we can learn from it, and see what we can make it do. Okay, Biorhythm. Biorhythm charts your biorhythmic cycles, which may influence your behavioral patterns. Pseudoscience. Hokum, in other words. The cycles begin at birth and continue throughout life. The relationship of these cycles is considered by biorhythm theorists to be responsible, in part, for the good and bad days that you might experience. Biorhythm operates very simply. To determine your biorhythms for a particular month, enter your birth date and the month and year for which you want a chart produced. The computer graphs your biorhythms in a matter of moments. You can then determine if the events of your day or month match your biorhythm indicators so far, or you can anticipate your future. If you wish, you may look at the previous month or the month to follow. You might even compare charts with a friend. The results may prove interesting. Okay, let's see here. Biorhythm theorists recognize three cycles influencing human behavior: physical, emotional, and intellectual. These cycles are of different lengths. As a result, the influences of the three cycles are always changing. The first of these cycles may determine the physical state of an individual. This cycle is based on a 23-day period, which is claimed to represent the changes a person experiences in his strength, endurance, and physical well-being. The second cycle is claimed to represent the individual's emotional state and lasts for a period of 28 days. A person's cooperativeness, attitude, and friendliness is said to be influenced by this cycle. The third cycle concerns the individual's awareness of his environment. The ability to be creative, quick-thinking, and analytical may be affected by this 33-day cycle. Three important points in each biorhythm cycle are considered significant: the peak, the valley, and the critical point. The peak of a cycle is the point at which that element of a person's being, physical, emotional, or intellectual, is claimed to be at its best. In contrast, the valley is the lowest point in the cycle and may indicate a lack of physical ability, emotional stability, or intellectual keenness, depending on the cycle. The peak is designated on the graphs displayed in Biorhythm by a thin red vertical bar located near the center of the white color band for each cycle, while the valley is marked by a thin white vertical bar located near the center of the red color band for each cycle. The critical point in a biorhythm is the crossover point where the cycle turns from high to low or from low to high. These points are marked by the shift in color from white to red or red to white. I'm not sure I'll remember that. We may have to refer back to the manual here. When biorhythm peaks or valleys coincide, the effects of each cycle may be reinforced by the others. Okay, so we have some instructions about how to load the program. We don't need to do that. We're using the emulator here. We're going to load it up via the disk emulator in Classic 99. Okay, let's go ahead and get into Classic 99. I'm already in TI Basic, so I have it under disk 3, old dsk3.biorhythm. Okay, it's going to take a moment for it to load. It's emulating the behavior of the disk system exactly, so it's going to take the exact amount of time it would take to load on a real disk. For completion's sake, let's go ahead and just list the program out. See what's involved here. A lot of data statements. And of course, if you want to skip ahead and just see what the program's all about, feel free to skip ahead in the video if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube. Lots of subroutines. Love me a good call color statement. Yeah, biorhythms are essentially pseudoscience, so take everything here with a large kosher grain of salt, so to speak. But interesting nonetheless to see what people are into in the self-help 1980s. Do you know much about biorhythms, Mila?
Not really.
As a pseudoscience?
Not really. I've heard of it, but I don't.
Well, I'm going to do a biorhythm on myself here. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm in a pretty good mood today. We'll see if it holds.
There you go.
You know, how am I doing this month? We'll read the rest of the instructions here in a second. A long program. Lots of pseudo-math. Just because it's mathy doesn't mean it's real science. Yeah, I remember fondly playing the other games in this tape. I haven't looked at them since I was a kid. I have the classic 99 disc image for this cassette. You know, it came on disc as well. But I haven't loaded it up since I've been messing around with the classic 99 emulator, so it'll be fun to run through these. I'll do other videos on the other programs, but I thought Biorhythm would be a fun way to start. Just so weird. I like the weirder things you can do on old computers. Calculate your biorhythm. Okay, let's get back to the instructions. So when the cursor reappears, type run and press enter. When the biorhythm title screen appears, press any key to begin preparation of your biorhythm chart. Enter your birth date. First enter the month in which you were born, then the day, and finally the year you were born. The computer prompts you to enter the period for which you wish your chart displayed. Enter the month and then the year. If you enter a date incorrectly, press Shift-R, or redo, and you may re-enter the dates. Otherwise, press enter and your chart is displayed. There is a brief pause as the computer prepares your biorhythm chart. In addition, the messages press back for prior month, press proceed for next month, and press redo for new birth date are displayed. Of course, I'm using an emulator here, so we may have to just stop the program and do another one if we want to. If you wish to display a chart for the previous month, press Shift-Z or back. I hope these are indicated in the program itself. The biorhythm chart for that month is displayed. If you wish to see the chart for the following month, press Shift-V or proceed. If you wish to enter a different birth date and month, press Shift-R, redo, and follow the user instructions beginning with step 3. To stop the program, press Shift-C or clear, and actually it's Alt-4 in Classic 99. Okay, that's everything. Let's go ahead and do some biorhythm calculations. Okay, run. Let's get a screenshot of the title screen here, whatever we end up with. It's been a long time since I've looked at this program. Probably not since I was a little kid. Oh yeah, here we go. Biorhythm. Got a screenshot of that. Copyright 1980, Texas Instruments. Press any key to begin. Nice graphics though, you know. Okay. Enter your birth date, month. Well, let's do my actual birth date here. July 24, 1 to 99. Can't even, okay, 78 I guess. Can't even do, wow, I wonder if it'll even let you, this might be a Y2K bug kind of thing where it's not going to let you go past the year 1999 maybe.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure. We're going to try it. So year 1 to 99, so 78, so 1978, yeah. All right, we'll see. Month and year to project. Okay, well, let's try this month, November. Year, yep, 1 to 99. So let's see, in November of 1999, how was I doing? Let's check it out. So yeah, we have a little problem here where we're not going to be able to, it would be fun to take this program and try to Y2K bug adjust it. It's beyond the scope of my abilities at the moment, so. Okay, enter to continue. How was I doing in November of 1999? Physical cycle, 23 days. Emotional cycle, 28 days. It's going to calculate it here and then display it. Intellectual cycle, 33 days. Okay, white equals high, red equals low. The lines are peaks and valleys, and the you can see the crossover point here. So it's going to take a minute. Okay, there we go. Well, I wish it would continue into the 2000s. That's a total lack of foresight here. I guess people didn't think they'd be using the TI-99 foray in the year 2025. Screenshot of that. Biorhythms. Well, there you go. So according to this, I really can't remember how I was doing in November of 1999, but looks like the peak of my physical cycle was about looks like about the 12th of November 1999. And the low point was on the about the 23rd of November 1999. According to this biorhythm calculator, the peak of my emotional cycle was the 23rd of November. So we had a little physical low, but an intellectual or an emotional high about the 23rd of November. But the low of my emotional cycle, if biorhythms were even remotely true, was the 6th, 7th. It looks about the scale's a little hard to read. The ticks don't match up with the numbers there. It's about the 8th or 9th of November 1999. An intellectual cycle. Apparently, I was having an intellectual low about the 12th of November 1999, and an intellectual high. I'm always on an intellectual high. I don't know what it's talking about. About the 28th-ish of November 1999. All right, so I need the controls again here. Let's look at the. Let's say we want to do another month. Where are those controls here? Okay, Shift Z is back. Okay, so Shift Z to go previous month. How about the last month that this is able to calculate? December of 1999. Let's move forward one here. Proceed. Shift V. Let's try Shift V. Okay, didn't like that for some reason. Let's just run it again. Want me to do your biorhythm, my love?
Sure.
Give me a second for this program to run and all. Susan's over here working from home, but I'm going to distract her from her work she should be doing and the game she's playing.
I'm texting now.
So.
Oh. I'm working on it.
By calculating her biorhythm. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Enter your birthday. December 29th.
Were you
77.
Were you doubting?
No, not really.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
12, 29, 77. All right. All right. So what month and year, if you could go back in time, would you like to check how you were doing?
Oh, God.
It's got to be, up to 1999.
Well, we might as well just do 1999.
What month?
Trying to, God.
Is there anything happened in 1999 you want to check to see if this holds true? Like a specific day you were doing well or not doing well?
Back then, I don't even know what I was doing. How old?
1999, you were about 20. 21. You hadn't turned 22 yet for most of 1999.
So, okay, so I was with Randy. Just do, I guess, did you do today, 1999?
Well, November of 1999. It's a month-long chart.
Oh, month-long.
Yeah.
Let's do November.
Okay, so November 99. Party like it's November 99. Okay, so it's going to take a minute here to calculate and draw the chart. All right, let's see how we thought you were doing in November of 99. It'll be different than my chart because we have different cycles.
Well, I wish I could go to the Wayback Machine and try to see how I was feeling that day or that month. But
I wonder if this is. You think this 28-day cycle? You think this is a euphemistic way of? Frankly, you think this is a euphemistic way of tracking women's periods?
It could be because
Like between the lines, like they can't say that on.
I mean,
circa 1980, but do you think this emotional cycle of 28 days is basically like, we're going to explain why your partner's in a bad mood? And so we're selling this to the guys who are buying this, trying to figure out, you know.
Right. No, that...
They can't just call it a period tracker. It's circa 1980.
That would make perfect sense. That would make perfect
I wonder if this entire thing is one big euphemism for period tracking.
It could be.
It could be, actually.
That makes perfect sense.
Just like, you know, women don't buy, you know, vibrators, they buy personal massagers, right? It's the same kind of...
Exactly.
Right, same kind of thing. Okay, so let's see how it says. Your physical cycle, which is up top here. So that apparently, according to this, peaked around, it's hard to tell from the scale because it doesn't line up, but the 11th or 12th of November, 1999, and you had a low point around the 23rd of November 1999, supposedly. Now that's your physical cycle. Now
that's funny because that's my niece's birthday. She would have been 2.
Huh. How were you feeling physically on that day in 1999?
I wish I knew. I don't remember.
And according to this, now there's some parity here. Your emotional cycle, apparently, if biorhythms weren't pseudoscience, also seems to have peaked around what do you call it, November 12th, 1999, and you had a low around December 25th or 26th, November 1999. Now your intellectual cycle was quite different in that month, apparently. You had a low around the 3rd of November 1999, and supposedly, again, if biorhythms were not pseudoscience, you supposedly had an intellectual peak around the 19th, give or take, 18th or 19th, hard to tell from the scale, of November 1999. So there you go. Does any of that ring true? Or is it I mean, you know, were you tracking your periods back then? Could you check your emotional cycle? You know, I do wonder if this is euphemistic for period tracking. That's my weird, wacky, you know, looking back on this hypothesis. Unfortunately, we can't check the current year because this program maxes out in the year 1999. This program was written in 1980, and I guess with a complete and total lack of imagination, they didn't think anyone would be using this after the year 1999. So there you go. Let's get a screenshot of this. Print it out for you in case you need your biorhythm chart. It wouldn't be too hard to extend this, probably. It would be an interesting project to take this and sort of Y2K bug it and DY2K bug it and make it work for all the years in the current century. But that is beyond the scope of this program. So there you go, folks. That was Biorhythm from the cassette Oldies But Goodies Games 1 from Texas Instruments for the TI-99 4A home computer. It came out in 1980. Yeah, complete and total hokum, but a lot of fun nonetheless. You know, but you gotta remember, you know, in the late 70s, all in the early 1980s, self-help was all the rage. Like, you know, self-help books and self-help tapes and self-help everything. So this is totally on point with the self-help movement of the 1980s. So there you go, Biorhythms for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. There's not much else we can do with this other than check out you know, other months that are also outdated that we have no ability to check against. So there's very little else we can do with this program, but it was a cool look into this program nonetheless. I'm going to be doing videos for all the other programs on this cassette in the coming days and maybe weeks, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you're watching this after the fact on my YouTube, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You can find it under my real name, Zachary Fruehling, or under my Twitch handle, Cozy Azeroth, for lots more TI-99 4A content, retro programming, retro gaming, some World of Warcraft live streaming, and miscellaneous educational videos on a wide variety of topics of interest to me, both professionally and personally. Also doing a lot of TI-99 4A type-in programs from magazines and newsletters from the 1980s as well these days. If you're watching this live on Twitch, I see a couple people watching right now. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Same thing, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you check out my Twitch channel under Cozy Azeroth, which is a little nod and a tip of the hat to my favorite modern game, World of Warcraft. And if you happen to catch me streaming live, feel free to say hi and or participate in the chat as you see fit. But in any case, I appreciate likes and follows and especially subscriptions, all of which help me out greatly in these challenging and troubling financial times. Thank you very much, and I'll be back soon with another TI-99 4A video. Thanks for watching.